Hello everybody, welcome. Just going to knead up a bit of clay here. When you knead up your clay, by the way, if you're kneading up on a wooden piece of wood, just give it a dampening down with a sponge, alright? But don't make it so slippery that you can't knead. So I'm just going to knead this. It's only a small lump that I've got left here in the packet. Why don't I just bring the camera in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm sure some of you want to learn how to spiral knead, don't you? Come on, tell me you do. It's actually a good way of, if not one of the best ways of kneading. So let me just do it in a bit more close-up detail for you. Secret is to put your body into it a bit. So I sort of have my left leg forward and I rock forward like this. You see, keep your arms straight. And you get that nice spiral effect. It is something that we can all do, and you may not get it the first time, and I very much doubt you will, and you may need to do it every day for 10 minutes. So I encourage you to do that every day. Give it a 10-minute practice. Okay, then go back to your usual way, but just give it 10 minutes. I promise you, if you do that for 10 minutes and you really are determined, after a week you'll get it. Okay, so just wrapping it up now, rolling it up. Now what I want to do, something a bit different. Let's pull back this zoom, and I'm just going to locate the camera over here where my wheel is, and there it is. Now I'm not actually going to be making one pot out of that piece of clay. I'm going to attempt to make one of these. That's a funny pot, you might say. Well, it's quite an interesting concept. I quite like it in a way, so I thought we'd have a go. So just come down here a little bit closer so we can zoom in a little bit on the action down there. There it is. Right. I want to get a move on because I don't want these clips to be too elongated. Otherwise people tire of them, don't they? We all lead such busy lives, we haven't got much time, have we, sometimes? So what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to take a smallish lump of clay, because this is slightly, I'm bringing you in on my experiments. Hope you appreciate that. By the way, thank you for all your emails. I'm trying to get around to writing to you. Sorry, I'm awful at making excuses, aren't I? Somebody sent me a lovely video response. Sometimes people do that, and of some GP bowls that they were making. That was really encouraging to see. 50 GP bowls, and clearly this person getting the hang of them. So anyway, thanks for that video response, by the way, and anybody else who wants to do that kind of thing is very welcome. From my point of view, as somebody who teaches ceramics, it's very heartwarming to see that, people actually making progress. Anyway, let's get back to this funny little number we're on now. Trying to throw a fairly bulbous shape which I'm going to deform. Sometimes people say to me, "Oh, do you do any hand building?" And well, I don't really do much hand building, but quite like sometimes making a pot and then pushing it out of shape, slapping it around, hitting it. You know what I mean? So I'm forming a fairly round belly here on this one. What I'm going to do is bring him in here at the top, collaring in. See that hand posture? The danger is, you see, when you collar the clay, if you don't get it right, the clay can try and escape, you know, out the side sort of thing. So you've got to give it no place to go. That's a good collaring maneuver. You see that? 1, 2, 3 points of contact on each hand. All right. Clay's got nowhere to escape now. No escape. So looking for a nice round belly. Bringing it in, narrowing the neck. Of course, as it narrows, it thickens the clay, so you have to then lift it up. There's so many different terminations one can do on the top of a neck. I guess although I've not ever heard to it as referred to as such, but if this is the neck of the pot here, then I guess what happens on the top is the head. If you want to refer to like human body parts, as it were. We talk about the belly, don't we, and the foot and the neck, so why shouldn't we talk about the head? Yeah, I'm going to talk about the head of the pot. Start a new trend. Why not? So I'm just trying to terminate the head of the pot. Okay, let's get my throwing stick. Just going to skim over the surface of the pot to take away some of the slurry there. Alright, now I'm also cutting in down below there, using my best friend here, my throwing stick. Do you have a special tool? One that means a lot to you? Maybe you do. I think we all have them, don't we? It's that tool that makes it all happen. The tool that saves the day. Right, now, what I want to do with this is I'm going to deform it. Oh, so what are we going to do? Well, what I actually want to do, I'll try and do this so you can see from where you are. I'm going to push in here at the point of the belly, and I'm going to push right in, and I'm hoping I can do this so it doesn't, my finger doesn't go through. It's a bit of a delicate operation. Pushing, 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 till they kiss in the middle. down in there, these two. See what I've done? Yeah? Now, they're kissing right in the middle there. So now, I want to increase the area of contact there where they are kissing. Both sides. It's a bit of a sort of sculptural form, this, but I quite like it. Right, can you see what I've done? Now, get my knife. Now probably what I should be doing is actually waiting now until it's a little bit drier. You may find when you do this it begins to crack a bit. You just be aware of that if it is showing signs of cracking. What I want to do now is get the wheel to stay still. What I'm going to do now is, with my knife, are we seeing this properly? Let's get in there for a bit more detail. That's better. Right, now with my knife, now wet the blade of your knife. I'm going to cut out that central bit that's kissing. Okay. There he is. That's the part. Now, there we have the pot with the hole in. Now what I need to do is, it's a good time to do it actually when the clay is nice and soft, is go over the place where it's joined, so it's a proper seal, you know, all around that area there. Now you may, when you cut out your little piece like this, find that it's left a little hole. If that is the case, take a bit of the same clay that you cut out, and you can just smear a bit of clay over that hole if there is appearing a hole, just on the side there. Now then, so you can appreciate I'm working a little bit, perhaps not exactly in a hurry, but I'm trying to, you know. Alright, well there it is, folks. Now, the base of this here, the foot, can be finished off either by some kind of trimming, or, well, in this case, in this other one I've done here, I don't know if you can see that there, I scalloped it out like that. Okay, well, let's cut him off. Maybe that's given somebody out there an idea. It's all about ideas, isn't it? Inspiration is a contagious thing. We pick it up everywhere we go, don't we? And that's good, and that's how it should be. Hey, Simon Leach here saying, be inspired, be creative, keep practicing. Bye now.